Okay, got a lot done. Not bad for a day. So basically everything's off the car except a few trim pieces. The motor is out. Didn't really have any issues there. Just disconnected the wiring from the bulkhead and just wrapped it up in the motor. That way I can take lots of pictures and not forget where anything goes. The rear end is out. Definitely a mess. So anyway, got a few more trim pieces to do. I got to take the dash out, gauges, pedals, and that's about it. Then we start back together cleaning. So, and then trying to order parts. And definitely tell them I need a few parts. So that ought to be fun. Stay tuned. Okay, here's the mess. Here's the mess you run into working on old cars also. There is so much wiring under here that does not belong. So the easiest thing to do is this. You can go, yeah, that don't belong. Cut it out. That don't belong. Cut it out. These don't belong. Cut them out. And what these do, these end up going to speakers. Somebody put in a old Jensen and then probably had switches and boosters. And so anyway, this is the pile of crap that you can just throw away. We'll get up in here and take some pictures of where everything is, and then I'll work on pulling the dash out. But really, I mean, I guess I'm lucky. I went through the Air Force 40 years ago, maybe, but pretty good with the wiring. I do it once every year. So I can read a schematic. That's like a map. That's the best thing in the world for you. Grab one of those if you're going to do one of these cars. And the color-coded ones are available online everywhere. And just follow them through. I mean, it's like anything else. Nobody taught me how to do this. You just get in and do it. Mark everything with tape. If you pull it off of something, take a picture of it. You'll be glad you did. Okay, dash bezel is out. There's 3 screws here at the top. 2 go from the bottom down here that screw into the actual gauges there. And then the rest of this, just lots of little screws to take out. Don't lose this. It's a ground strap that grounds the gauges from the light. And this, it's a little clear piece of plastic that sends the light over to light up this wiper switch here. Other than that, it's just pull the wiring. You got some little snap clips that need to come out. Be very careful around this one. And then before you can pull this out, you got to get up in there and release the speedometer cable, which this one's gone, so that'll be easy enough. Hello. So I have an assistant today.
Oh, you're so
She's trying to take the phone from me. Say hello to my lovely assistant.
Hi.
Ooh,
red light behind me.
Bad backlight. So we start pulling a few things apart. Lots of stuff went in the trash. Had parts in the car. This is a metal case for the heater. This is a plastic case. So trying to figure out which was correct. And I think plastic is the correct one for the...
Give it to me. There.
Plastic is correct for the 79. So now I'm not in control.
Nope.
So we've got good doors. Things will get sanded down, sandblasted. I want to show you just the kind of crap that we get rid of. This was the front bumper foam, total trash. This was the radiator support, the nose cone. This is not an AC car, but it had AC parts in it. So that's junk. Obviously, this is junk. This nose cone is junk. All this is getting thrown in the trash. I have new pieces that we're going to be, I've done a dozen of these cars, so I got all kinds of leftover pieces. But we're going to start dismantling the motor soon. I've called around to get some quotes from engine builders, but the guys are telling me 6 months to a year, and hopefully I can find somebody that'll do something sooner. I went and got sandblast stuff because I'm going to sandblast on the car. I actually do the bottom, and then I do the pieces like around the T-tops, door jambs, but I do not sandblast any of the flat places like the hood or the quarter panels because they will warp. But I like using this black diamond stuff. It cuts really good. Then you sweep it up, put it through a screen, reuse it. You can reuse this right here is probably enough to do 10 cars, or at least everything on this. And then the Harbor Freight stuff, the sandblaster I use, it's a cheap little $150 Harbor Freight system that works great. You just have to buy a couple handles. But we're going to sort through some pieces and dismantle the motor. I'll take some videos of that, but it's pretty straightforward. Just take lots of pictures. Where it starts getting fun is when we actually start the restoration process. Instead of just buying new pieces, I like to try and restore the brackets, restore any of the dash pieces, any of that stuff. So sometimes you gotta get in there and weld it. Sometimes you gotta get creative and melt plastic and do odd things. But we will we'll get started on that, and then I will have my lovely assistant put her gloves on and get her out here and put her butt to work. So
I don't mind.
She don't mind.
I like to get dirty.
She's a dirty girl. So we will get started on this. Stay tuned. We're just going to do some cleanup today.